Good afternoon with this Charleston ESPN Radio 104.5 and 1490 local sports center. I'm Joey White. Marshall basketball making history in San Diego. The Thundering Herd, a 13 seed, upsetting 4th seed Wichita State 81-75. Charleston native John Elmore led the way with 27 points. Marshall's first tournament appearance in 31 years, the first tournament win in program history. Now it's WVU's turn to play, the 5 seed tipping off against 12 seed Murray State. A rematch in the Class AA boys basketball state title game. Defending champion Fairmont Senior faces Chapmanville tomorrow afternoon. The top-seeded Polar Bears dominating in their semifinal matchup with Philip Barber. The Tigers take care of business as well. They beat Winfield earlier this afternoon. Fairmont State beat Chapmanville in last year's final 59-54. With this Charleston ESPN Radio 104.5 and 1490 local sports center, I'm Joey White. Now it's Washington with the ball, passes it to Kopatic. Kopatic drives left to right. Loses control and has that stolen away by Madison Smith. Smith with the ball in the fast break, no numbers. Passes to Davenport. Davenport spins around in the lane, puts up the floater, and that one drops in from the sky. 16-8, West Virginia leads by 8 with under 3 minutes left to go. And that'll be Jessica Washington, the senior guard, coming off the bench. Passes it to Romalia, who just checked into the game for the Jayhawks, being guarded by Nyblau. Now switched on to by Smith. Up top to Richardson. Richardson looking for Washington. Washington backdoors. Puts up the shot, blocked by Davenport, gathered by Madison Smith. West Virginia moving once again. Smith drives into the lane, puts up the shot, blocking foul, and one. A great finish by the freshman Madison Smith. She'll head to the line to complete the three-point play. And now Crystal Alliance takes over the point guard responsibilities with 2.5 minutes left to go and her team down 10. She crosses the timeline. Hands it off to Richardson. Richardson with the ball dribbling to the left. Now gives it to Osorio. Osorio dribbles to the right. Now back to Lyons. Lyons drives in with the right hand. Swatted away by Teresa Eckler. A great block. And now outletted to Madison Smith. Smith kicks it to Rudd. Rudd at the top of the key. Now back to Smith. Now to Martin. Martin, a left wing three. That one swishes in for Tyneese Martin. 21-8 with under 2 minutes left to go in this quarter. It is raining inside the WVU Coliseum as Crystal Alliance looks to calm things down for Kansas. WVU Women's Club Soccer forward Megan Bratz is back on the field. The former Division I athlete at Wisconsin Green Bay has found a new home scoring goals for the Mountaineers. After graduating college in 2012, Bratz went back to school in 2018 to pursue her second bachelor's degree. She says the opportunity to play competitively is something she doesn't take for granted.
Being able to play again is awesome, obviously. I love the game and I've played it forever, so being able to also help some of the younger girls too, who are almost 10 years younger than me, it's been a pretty fun experience.
Joey White here for Baltimore Dodgers TV alongside Brandon McElwain. And Brandon, in Saturday's doubleheader, you had a really big day, particularly from the plate, 3 RBIs on 2 hits. What were you seeing out there from pitchers that you were able to connect and drive home runs for the Dodgers?
We were getting a lot of guys on base and we were putting guys in scoring position, so it was really just me being able to get a pitch I like and do something with it. We did a great job of getting into counts and making him throw a lot of pitches, so we were able to see what he had and get pitches right to drive.
Also, not only with the bat, but then out in the field, made a couple nice diving plays. Our own Connor Newcomb tweeted you're trying to get a little respect from your wide receiver core. What's it like playing out there in that outfield at Johns Hopkins? It's a little bit more shallow, not as deep, not as wide, having to play defense out there.
It's a really cool stadium. It's an awesome experience, awesome place to play, but being a little bit shorter, you can play in some, but then a couple of the balls kind of ended up going closest to the fence than I would expect. But, the center fielder was helping me out a lot. He was talking to me, and I was able to make a couple good plays on the ball.
Now in that second game, rounding first base, seemed to have tweaked your hamstring a little bit, had to get pulled for a pinch runner. How are you feeling right now, and what are you feeling like for the future?
I'm pretty good. It feels good. It feels I can play, I can go. It's just a little tight right now, so it's really just going day by day and seeing how it feels every game and see if I'm going to be in the field, DH, or what I'm going to do for the day.
And right now the Dodgers sitting a half game out of playoff contention. It would be the first time the Dodgers made the playoffs in their history. So what's the morale of the team right now? How are the guys feeling?
We're feeling great. We keep improving. Every day it seems like we're playing a little bit better. We're coming together a little more as a team. So, as the season keeps going, we feel like we can do a lot of good things and make a playoff push.
Lauren Aldridge with the ball, being guarded by Madison Smith. Passes it to Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham with the ball, drives left-handed. Shot fake, now double teamed on the inside, kicks it on the outside to Aldridge. Same shot that she had earlier. That one's going to be an air ball and gathered away by Tynice Martin. Now passes it to Pardee. Pardee gets the ball in the middle of the court. They have numbers. She's going to drive in. Kick it on the outside. Madison Smith. Shot fake. Drives into the lane. Passes it on the outside to Katrina Pardee. Pardee, 4-3. Yes! She connects on the three. Now she has 1,000 career points and is tied for 8th all-time in Mountaineer three-point history. Score now 46-38 with 45 seconds left to go. Although many parents will continue to volunteer, they can understand why the new regulations could affect the number of parent helpers.
I think it possibly could, actually. I know for us getting our clearances, obviously there's cash, there's tons of background checks, which is important, but at the same time, if you're constantly renewing it and constantly have to front that money, it might deter some people from doing it. The clearances are important for safety, etc., but I also think it's important for parents to get in here, spend time with their kids.
To help alleviate the confusion regarding Act 153, the Pennsylvania state government has provided a helpful tool to answer any public questions.
The Department of Human Services has a great website, Keep Kids Safe. So it's www.keepkidssafe.pa.gov, and there are a number of off to the side or in the section links you go to about much of what we had talked about, who needs background checks. You click on that and there's guidance, and it gives some of the FAQs already, and it answers questions as, you know, who needs, if I'm a volunteer, who needs the checks, how much does it cost, where do I go? All of that is on Keep Kids Safe.
During the many activities the girls did together, Kayshley was able to connect very quickly with the homecoming court.
With the girls, it's more good.
It was more good?
Yeah.
Who's one of your favorite people, one of your favorite girls from the homecoming court?
I was thinking Chloe.
I'm so honored. I love that girl. She's awesome. I think she has a really good connection with a lot of the girls on the court, and to know that she thought that I was her favorite was really cool. So we were all so just ecstatic. I remember looking at Kim and all of them and looking over, and we all just were glassy-eyed and emotional, and watching her pump her fist and run across the field. It was an incredible feeling.
Kayshley's crowning was a big moment for her mother, who was overcome with emotion.
It was very touching to me. Definitely was a big, big blessing to hear the crowd. It's just very heartwarming to me that people that don't know her love her so much, you know.
After going through career and personal hardships, Novell found his new avenue in music through his relationship with God.
And so once he laid on my heart, you know, to basically put my testimony in my music, once I started seeking him first, then that's when it came about with the whole transition happened. Just playing this with this music is just to give hope, you know, to the people inside the church and outside the church.
After hearing Novell perform, Solomon Salome got him in touch with a production company with the technology necessary to produce good music.
I recognize greatness when I see it, and I saw Novell's potential, and I saw Paperboy Studios' approach to get his type of music out. So that's why I contacted him.
Working with Paperboy, they let me be free, so when I go in the studio, I could say things the way I want to say it, or come out the way I didn't have to worry about, nah, that don't sound right.
As Lene Montgomery wins the tip-off, Shania Ray takes the ball down the outside, kicks it out to Tynice Martin on the left corner. Good early open shot for Tynice Martin. That's a quick 2 for the Mountaineers. Possibly the last possession of the half. Passed outside to Pardee, and she is 3 for 3. Someone call the fire department. She is draining threes right now. 36-22. 3 seconds left to go in the game. Shania Ray passes to Tiana Muldrow out on the wing, puts up the shot.
Wow!
It is good. Big shot from Tiana Muldrow, the forward for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Great pass, ends the half, 39-24. Tynice Martin pulls up again from the outside. And let me tell you what, Isaac, Tynice Martin is having a great game here. That is 30 points here to go with 8 rebounds and 2 assists. An excellent performance by the sophomore guard out of Atlanta. And as the final buzzer sounds here in the Coliseum, the Mountaineers were able to get in all the subs. Marlena Schmidt and Bailey Thomas also able to enter the game. Your final score from the Coliseum, 79-53, Hugh Country Roads.